Welcome, Fired Up family. You are welcome. Happy Thursday. It's a beautiful morning here. Please put in the chat. Can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure everybody can hear me and see me well. Please, can you put in the chat? Super excited for what we have today. Let me see. We are live. We are here. We are here. Where are we? Where are we? Okay. I want to make sure everybody can see me and hear me okay. I'm still looking at the chat. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I need to make sure everybody can see me and hear me. Thank you. Today we are talking about something very, very interesting. So let me make sure you can all hear me and see me. Happening now, yes. So this topic is very interesting, the paycheck trap, how working professionals can expand their income and then they can accelerate their financial independence. So let me move this. Okay. All right. How working driven professional, ambitious professionals, how we can expand our income and how we can accelerate our financial independence. So that's what we'll be talking about today. And I hope everyone can see me and hear me. And I know that there are some people that are still going to join in the course of this program. And then people that are going to watch afterwards. You know, you are not on right now, but you're going to be watching this even afterwards. So, okay, you can see me, you can hear me. All right, thank you. All right, so welcome again to another beautiful time. We are, having this conversation, and this is your girl Lola Wealth. My name is Amalola Oyewumi. I am your wealth and financial strategist and the founder of Fired Up Movement. I'm super excited to have you here join me today because we are diving deeper into the conversation that so many of us professionals, hardworking, driven, ambitious professionals, what we struggle about, which is the paycheck trap. So today we'll be talking about that paycheck trap. And trust me, if you've ever looked at your paycheck, even a good one, like you look at it and you wonder, where does this still, like, breathe in, breathe out? Why is this still this paycheck or pay isn't enough? Where is it going? And it's not enough to even create the life that I want. You are here in the right place because that is common to most of us. That is common to most of us, I'll say, right? We wonder, we think about it, we plan, we budget, and then that income is still not enough. And it's not enough to even create that life that we want. But before I jump in, let me know in the comments, where are you joining from and what industry do you work in? What industry do you work in? So I wanted to put it in the chat. What industry do you work in? I love seeing the diversity of our Fired Up global community. So I want to see where you are joining from. I want to see what industry you are in. So please put it in the chat. And yes, put it in the chat. Okay. While we are doing that, so let's continue this. Let's get this rolling. So I'm going to share my story again, and I know some of you know my story, right? And I'm going to, just share a bit about it. So back when I was in corporate, right, at Microsoft, I thought I was doing everything right. I thought I was doing everything right. I had the salary, I have the pay, I have the benefits. The benefits are great, I would say. The culture of the company is really good. The promotion track is there, the stability, everything, they are all there. All of it, all of it. But I realized one day that something wasn't sitting well with me. Where every time there's always a mixed feeling that, okay, yeah, you're working in a great place, you have a great job, you have, your family and all of that. But down in my heart, I noticed that my entire life, that every decision that I made, every risk that I considered, every dream, I postponed them. They are all tied to just one paycheck. One paycheck. Just one paycheck. One paycheck controlled my lifestyle. One paycheck controlled my options, my choices. And that is what I don't want for you. You want multiple stream. You want to have options. And that is what financial freedom do for you, right? But my own experience was one paycheck was controlling my options. And subsequently, one paycheck controlled my courage. And this you cannot quantify. I always say it, and I don't say it enough. Okay. And I don't say it enough because the courage, the confidence that always comes with when you know what you are doing, when you are living life on your own terms, right? I was comfortable. Don't get me wrong. I was really comfortable. Yes, but I wasn't free. I wasn't free. And the moment that changed everything for me was when the one that led me to the path of understanding wealth differently, designing that life that I want on my own terms, and eventually retiring from corporate decades earlier than I would naturally, right? What changed it for me was that single moment where I know that there's got to be more, right? There's got to be more. There's got to be more. And today, let's talk about what exactly is that paycheck trap. What is that paycheck trap? And I have three symptoms. I would say three symptoms. The first one is you trade time for money. If you have these symptoms, or right now, if you are currently trading your time for money, you clock in, you clock out, right? You work 9 to 8, 9 to 5, 9 to 8 to 5. If you are trading your time for money, you are on that paycheck trap. The second symptoms is when you stop working, the money stops too. That is another symptoms that you know that you're on paychecks. Like if you cannot go to work today due to sickness, due to illness, due to layoff, due to anything, if you cannot go to work, that money stops immediately. Then you are on paycheck trap. The third symptom, the top symptoms, right, is your entire life depend on one income stream that cannot scale, meaning that there is a ceiling. There's no amount of work you want to put into this work, into this job. There's no amount of putting in hours and doing above and beyond. There is a ceiling. Then you are on the paycheck trap. Most professionals, they do not realize that they are in this trap because the paycheck feels stable. It's always coming every 2 weeks. It's always coming every month, right? That salary is stable. But let me tell you one secret today, that stability is not the same thing as scalability. Write that down. In fact, let me say it again. Your paycheck can maintain your life, but it cannot multiply your wealth. Meaning that stability is not the same as scalability. It's not scalable. The fact that it's stable, it's the check always coming every 2 weeks, every month, doesn't mean it can scale, right? It's not the same thing as scalability. So write this one down today. Your paycheck can maintain your life. Paycheck maintains your life, but income streams, multiple income, is the one that create the wealth, right? Your paycheck can maintain your life, but it cannot maintain or multiply your wealth. If it does, then maybe you are in your 70s and 80s, right? Because it takes time. Even if you are doing just the work and then you're putting in the money and you're saving it, and we are going to talk about the solution to all of this, because there is a solution. But one thing I want to know again, apart from these three symptoms, is this: that the paycheck is linear. It's linear. It grows linearly, right? Every year you're receiving that 2%, you're receiving that 3%, you're receiving maybe 5%. In fact, if you are lucky, 10%, and you must have worked your tail off for you to get that 10%. The paycheck grows linearly, it grows incrementally, right? But what does wealth do? Wealth grows how? Exponentially. Wealth multiplies, right? It grows exponentially. Your wealth grows exponentially. Paycheck grows linearly, right? 2%, 5%, if you're lucky, 10%, incrementally. But your wealth grows exponentially, and it grows through your asset. And I know I talk about this a lot. Asset-based income, right? Your wealth grows through ownership. You have to be the owner. You have to own it. You have to own it. Your wealth grows through system, building systems for your wealth, for the income growth, for the revenue, right? For the cash flow systems. The fourth one is compounding. Wealth grows through compounding. Wealth multiplies through compounding. And this is still the Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. Growing your wealth exponentially, growing your wealth compounding, right? Because it's going to wow you how your wealth, how you can multiply wealth through if it is sitting in a compounding asset. And then wealth multiplies through diversified income. And that is what we are breaking today, because a single form of income is failure. It's just like a stool standing on one leg, right? It's fragile. It's fragile. So, and you will see two professionals, they make the same salary, but one really retire early and the other works until 67, 70 years, because they are two different paths. And when I knew about this fire movement, I said, yes, I want to do this. I want to be this. And that's where I started, that journey of fire. The fire is, and I always say it is, financial independent, retire early. There is a movement about fire for professionals that really want to accelerate their retirement. They don't want to wait until they are 65 before they retire, right? So you will see two different people that's going to do that. One decide to say, okay, you know what? I want to go through this route where I am saving 50%, 60%, 70% of my income. Is 30% enough for them to live life? No, and that is why they have to be creative, right? And then think about how to earn extra income that's going to give them life. But that is how you can accelerate your financial independence. That is how you can accelerate your retirement, because you are saving more, putting more in this asset that we're talking about, in a compounding asset, in a passive asset, right? And then you are channeling it into multiple stream of income, because you have to live life. All right. So here's the truth most professionals never hear. And I think I shared it with you again, is your job is, okay, I think I've shared it again, is your income is just going to give you life, right? But the wealth is going to give you the financial freedom. But I want to say this one, that your job is not your enemy. Your employer is not your enemy. Your employer is not your enemy. Your manager is not your enemy. Your boss is not your enemy. Your job is not your enemy. But you, depending on only one job, is a trap that you should not. At least take this one out away from this conversation today, right? That you have that job to put your body, soul, spirit together. So that gives you life. It keeps you going. And then you have the big picture. You have the dream in front of you. You know where you are going, right? So your job is not your enemy. It's there. 9 to 5 is great, right? It has helped us, many of us, get into at least, you are stewarding what you have. That your 9 to 5, you're doing it exceeding, you are performing above expectation, right? So that it helps you by the time you get into your own business, into your own thing, then you transfer the wisdom and then be able to replicate it because wisdom is transferable. Remember your skill, and we're going to touch on it too today, right? Stop renting your skill to your employer. You can start owning it. Remember, you can multiply wealth through ownership. That is it. You own the skill. You've developed it over the years, right? So your job is not your enemy. Depending only on your job is the trap. Your paycheck was designed to pay for your life. Let me say that again. Your paycheck was designed to pay for your life, for your expenses. I will call it disposable income, right? But your income streams, they are designed to pay for your freedom. This is what is designed to pay for your freedom. So how do we solve this? Because there is a problem. We already identified the gaps. We already identified the symptoms, right? Let me tell you what the solution is. If you want to come out of that paycheck dependent, right? If you don't not want to, if you don't want your paycheck to only pay for your life, if you want your income streams designed to pay for your freedom, if you do not want to depend only on your job as a trap, there is one solution. What is the solution today? It's called income expansion. Income expansion. And what is income expansion? Simple as simple as it is. Take this out from this conversation today is that you are separating your time from your earning power. Your time from your earning power. You are not exchanging your time for money. You are separating your time from your earning power. It's simply is as simple as that. Just separate your time from your earning power. Income expansion is how you move from survival. You move to stability. You move to confidence. You move to strategy. You move to uh, um, building that wealth. You want to move from survival to thriving. Do you see? So today I'm going to share with you 3 simplest pathway any of us, any professionals today, including you watching me, you can use to break the paycheck trap. 3 simple pathway of this income expansion. The first one is skill monetization. Skill monetization. Sometimes we don't have to go and learn a new skill. In fact, most times you do not need to go and learn a new skill. Most of us, most professionals, we are sitting on income and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. You already have that marketable skills people will pay for. Do you know what they are? That project management skill, that IT knowledge you have, that leadership experience, the speaking, the writing, the coaching, the consulting, you already have it. Take the technical expertise, you have it. You've been using it well enough, long enough. This is the income that does not require quitting your job because you already have it. And you are flexing that muscle. You're flexing that muscle for that your skill every single day. As you show up, as you clock in, as you use it, you are flexing that muscle. You know so much. You are well experienced. You've gotten the awards, right? Best employee of the year, best customer service of the year, best customer, you get that recognition. You know it. You breathe it. That skill is there, but it requires you to package it so that somebody is going to pay for it. Remember, this skill does not require you quitting your job. It requires you to package what you already know. So I always tell people all the time that your expertise is a business. Let me say that again. Your expertise is a business. Even if you are giving it as a volunteer or as a charity or a pro bono, something like that, you still attach value to it in terms of monetary value so that you know that in a year, I've been able to help 300 people, 200 people worth this amount because you are not training, you are having impact, creating impact through your skill. Do you see? So not necessarily that people have to pay you, but if you're looking into multiple stream, of course, you have to get rewarded for your expertise. You have to get rewarded because your expertise is a business. You're already using it for an employer, which you are getting paid. You just haven't priced your expertise yet. You haven't packaged it such that somebody is going to pay you. So two things that I said is you do not require you quitting your job. You do not require quitting a job. And you have to put it in an offer that someone is going to pay you. That is the first thing. Remember, your skill is your marketable skill is a business. Your expertise is a business. That project management, that IT knowledge you have, that writing, you can speak. Some people they have the gift of spoken words. They're spoken words artists or spoken word. They can develop that a skill. You're a trainer, you're a teacher, you become a tutor, you're training people, a student. You have that technical expertise, right? Some of us, you're a very good baker. You have the skill, you can speak. Some of us, we have led from one group of people. You have that leadership skill. You have professional development skill. You have personal development skill. You can do it. So remember today that skill monetization is gold. You are sitting on it. And people should pay for it. People will love to pay for it if you know how to position and how to market, how to create an offer that someone is going to pay for it. You just need a price for it. And then people will pay for it. And of course, remember, you're giving value so that people will pay for it. All right. The second pathway, which I'm always excited about, I love this one so much, and I'm still on that journey as well, right, is asset-based income. Asset-based income. This is where wealth begins to feel different. Asset, talk about it a lot of time. Index funds. Index funds. You want to read into or get into it, read about it, do your due diligence. Get into this depending on your risk level or how risk averse you are or something like that, right? What's your risk? How can you take risk? Look at index funds, look at real estate, right? Look at real estate. IUS strategy. I use it. I talk about it a lot. Index universal life. Yes, these are asset-based income that you can get. Annuities is another great one too, right? That pays you income for life by the time you are 65, that retirement age, because you already have a set in place, right? Dividend producing investments like REITs. Do you see real estate investment trusts? So they are stocks that are on hospitals, stores, malls, data centers, and all of that. Because in as much people are still using the stores, they are still look at the data is growing. We're building a lot of data center here and there. It's not owned by company, it's owned by third parties, owned by REITs, right? While Black Friday was, when I made a post and I was sharing in that post that as the world is spending and all of that, there were two REITs that you can buy that Friday, because they will still open their store. This company will still open their store, right, for people. You can look into the dividend producing investment. They are great as well. They are not fast, like you get a very high rate returns, but it's better than nothing. And over time, you start to get that cash flow because of the dividends that come every month, every quarter. Do you see what I mean? And with it's you have it in US, and you can even set up an account for everywhere in the world, so it's not just only particular to US alone. You see what I mean? So, and I can share more information on that you can research on your own. This is educational purposes. I am not doing any investment here, but I educate you, and you go do your research and then you go invest. All right, so there are dividend producing investment that you can start to look into that can begin to build that block for you, block after block, begin to build that asset landscape or diversifying your portfolio for you. Do you see? All right. So the last one I want to talk about as part of the asset based income is the automated account that grows without you. You want to automate this system, automated account that grows without you. And this is the pathway that leads your money earned while you're sleeping. It help you, it lets you earn money while you're sleeping. And when your money work harder than you, your future starts to look different. I'm telling you, when your money works harder than you, your future starts to look different. Future starts to look different. And this is a great way for us to move to the third pathway. I would say the third pathway is the AI powered income. Just like I always say, AI is the new gold. AI is the new gold. This is the game changer for 2026 and beyond. If you really want to own it, you really want to ace it, you really want to go full throttle, you want to build that momentum for 2026, you have to learn this. AI is now the new assistant. Trust me, it's the new accelerator. It helps you accelerate things, compounding for you. And professionals, whoever learns this one, you will use it to multiply your income faster, even your potential income faster than any generation before us. And this is what we are learning. This is what we are doing. This is what we are telling people. The younger generation, you're in your 30s and 40s, right? You want to be done with everything that has to do with 9 to 5 and work and all of that, to be on your own, to be your own boss, to do your own thing, but to focus on that your dream, your passion project, your dream company, your dream work, and all of those things. You need to understand and learn this game-changing techniques called the AI-powered income. And I hope this company sponsor me. It's called iFlip. If you do not know iFlip, Google it. Google iFlip. iFlip is one of the AI-powered platform that I know that is growing rapidly. I have my asset in it, and I continue to learn this. Shout out to Mr. Randy, the CEO, and I hope they sponsor this program. But it's one of the things that I start to learn, and of course, there are so many other ones popping up when it comes to the AI platform, and that helps you. But what am I saying is this: AI can help you launch a service. It can help you automate your content. It can build digital product for you, help you monetize your knowledge, that skill that you have. And you can scale with low effort. Just have to sit with this thing few days. You can scale with low effort. You can create consistent output using AI. You can expand productivity. You can serve more clients in less time. This is not the future, my people, my world builders, fired up community, fired up family. This is the now. The future is the now. This is the now. AI is doing so many things, and you want to leverage that. AI powered income. Go search it. if you want to really accelerate your wealth building in 2026 and beyond, you want to learn this skill. You want to learn this pathway, I would say, not skill, this pathway. All right. So let me pause and ask you, which pathway do you need to activate first? Which one? So if you're on the chat, I want you to put it in the chat. What skill do you need to activate first? What skill? Is it the skill? I said what skill? What pathway do you need to activate first? Is it the skill, monetization? Is it the asset-based wealth? Right? I'm looking at the chat. Is it the asset-based wealth or the AI-powered income? Which one? Which one? Is it the AI-powered income? Which one? Which of this pathway are you going to activate first? Put it in the comment, put it in comment, put it in the comment, declare it, write it out. Because awareness is the first step to freedom. Awareness is the first step to freedom. All right. Thank you. Someone joining from Toronto. Awareness is the first step to freedom. Which one? I wanted to put it in the chat. Which one? Which pathway do you want to activate first? As we are rounding off 2025, as we are going into 2026, this is a time for reflection. This is a time we are putting our goals together. This is a time where we are like, okay, this didn't work this year. This one is going to work, or I am in that transitioning right into this, and you're looking into all of that. Remember, we'll talk about three things today, three pathways, right? Skill monetization, asset-based wealth, and then the AI-powered income. Which one are you activating first? So put it in the comment, put it in your journal as well. Write it out. Write it out, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you. I appreciate. Yes. Yeah. Continue to put it in the chat. Continue to put it in the chat. Or which one are you looking into? Some of us, we've already started some things this year that you might want to grow or you want to scale. Good. Oiza, thank you. Yes, AI powered income. In fact, that is the new gold. AI is the new gold, and you want to leverage it. That for 2026 is something that I am owning. I am on it. I'm about it. The AI powered income as well. Yes, thank you. So I wanted to continue to put that in the chat. But if this conversation is speaking to you right now, I want to personally invite you to my new book, Get Fired Up. Get fired up. Get fired up. You want to build wealth. You want to escape the 9 to 5 trap, and you want to live life. You want to design life on your own terms. This book is for you. I wrote this book just for you. You driven professional. You ambitious professional. You are hardworking, right? You are ready to break free from this paycheck dependence. Remember all the things we talk about today, right? Who can tell me the symptoms, the 3 symptoms that I talk about? If you want to know if you are really paycheck dependent, what are the 3 symptoms I talk about today, right? For people that are just joining us, let me tell you, okay, if you trade your time for money, you are paycheck dependent. If you trade your time for money, you are paycheck dependent. Number 2 is when you stop working, your income stops. If you stop immediately, then you are paycheck dependent. The third symptoms that you want to know if you are paycheck dependent is if your entire life depends on one income stream that cannot scale. Like no matter how hard you work, this is how much you can get. You cannot earn above your manager or your skip manager now, right? If that is the case, you are paycheck dependent. So what am I saying is I am inviting you to my book. If you know that, yes, these symptoms, and of course more, but this is what we discuss about today, right? This book is for you. It's for driven professionals, for that hard worker. You want to break free from that paycheck dependent, and you want to build wealth with clarity. You want to build wealth with purpose. You want to build wealth with legacy, with confidence, with impact. You want to live life on your own terms, right? You want to live life and design it on what you want. You want to live the life you want, you desire, right? Created by the wealth you are creating, or living it by the wealth you are creating. This book is for you. And inside it, there's the fired up movement, I'll say. This is what I teach. I teach this exact system that helps me to retire in my 40s, helps me to diversify my income and build a life of purpose, a life of meaning. Yes, a life of meaning, life of confidence, a life of abundance. This is a lived experience. And this is what I'm teaching, right? This is what I'm helping professionals, break out from. So before we close today, yes, before we close today, I want you to drop your question. Drop your question. If you have any question, drop your question. We can do it. Just maybe one or two. We'll be able to answer that before we wrap up for today. What question do we have? Excuse me, looking at the chat. Yes, okay. What question do we have? What question do we have? All right. So while we are doing that, I have something to say. Okay, yes. So what part of this paycheck trap do you struggle with the most? Remember we talked about the paycheck trap. Which one do you struggle with the most? Which one do you struggle with the most? You already said, some of us already, mentioned what are the things that we're going to do for next year, right? But right now, what's your current reality? What's your current reality? What do you struggle with the most out of the things we talk about today, right? We talk about the part with the skill monetization. We talk about the asset-based income. We talk about the air powered, and those are the solutions to the three symptoms that we discussed today, right? The three symptoms that we discussed today. And remember, your paycheck is linear. It's linear. If you get 2%, if you get 3%, if you're lucky, you get 5% or 10% increment in a year while you're doing your 9 to 5, right? But the question now is, which one do you struggle with the most out of all of this paycheck trap that we talked, these three symptoms that we talked about? Which one do you struggle with the most? Okay. Yeah, please put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. All right. So we are wrapping up for today, and I want you to hold on to this truth, which I'm going to tell you. I'm going to share with you today. You are not meant to live life controlled by a paycheck. You are not meant to live life controlled by a paycheck. Let me say that again. You are not meant to live life controlled by a paycheck. Just like we said, paycheck is good. It pays for your life, but multiple income stream or income streams pay for your freedom. You are meant to design a life of freedom, a life of impact, a life of purpose, a life of abundance, a life of legacy, a life of impact, a life of freedom. You are meant to design it and live it. Live life to the full, right? You have the power to diversify your income. You have the power to accelerate your financial independence. It's in you. You are sitting on it. You have it. You are embodied it, right? You have built that skills over the years. You have the power to accelerate your financial independence. You have the power to get fired up. And you know the meaning of fire, not literally the fire, but the financial independent to retire early. I remember when we're talking about retire early in the fired up movement, we're not talking about stopping working. I stop working and not doing anything. No. We talk about you doing what is meaningful to you as work. What aligns with purpose, what aligns with meaning, what aligns with your calling, what you want to do that brings life, that brings fulfillment to you. It might still be your 9 to 5 that you're doing because you don't have to do it, but because you love to help people, or because you love that life. of helping people and seeing transformation. And that's why you're doing it. That means it's your calling. So not every 9 to 5 is bad. No, we are not even calling it 9 to 5 bad. But what are we saying is for you to create that financial independence, for you to have and break free out of that paycheck dependence, you need multiple income streams so that you can live life on your own terms. You can walk a way out of any situation because you are not bound by that paycheck. Remember this. Remember this. You are meant to design a life of freedom, a purpose of abundance. You have power to get fired up. You have power to break this ceiling once and for all. Let this 2026 be that year where you break free from nonsense situation, nonsense cap ceiling environment, toxic environment, doing life, doing what you do not like, but you can break free. You have the power within you. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And for people that are going to watch this even afterwards, I love you. I love you so much. Fired Up family, I love you. And I cannot wait to see what you build next. I cannot wait to see what you build next. Stay blessed, stay fired up. And remember, people who are local here in Texas and Dallas, I am inviting you for our Get Fired Up book launch on Saturday. It's going to be light. It's going to be great. It's going to be full of room of professionals doing networking and all of that. So if you have anyone in Dallas, if you have anyone in Texas, you want to invite them to come down here in Dallas, Grand Prairie, where we know this is all happening. So thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to another thing is, yes, we'll be meeting here next week as well. And for our online community, we'll be having a launch too next week, which is for this Get Fired Up and this companion book, Fired Up Action. So this is great. More information will be coming on that for next week. More information will be coming this week for that program next week. All right. So thank you so much. Get the book, stay plugged in, decide on what to do. Pick one out of all of the things we talk about today and start to work on it immediately. Because remember, the future is now. So get fired up and stay blessed. God bless you. See you soon.